I'm Dr. Macaulay Rashid, Director of Veterinary Service, Lagos State. We are here on advocacy and sensitization on a very important disease in poultry, which is AI. Or what we call bird flu in local parlance.
What's your advice for farmers about insurance, sir?
Well, AI is avian influenza, and it's a very deadly disease that have a socio-economic importance. And the only way to prevent it is biosecurity and insurance. So you have to insure your farm, and there are a lot of insurance companies that do insurance for poultry farmers, and the only thing there, you have to pay a little bit higher premium, which is 4.5% of the total sum of investment. So that's also. And then once you have a AI, it will inform the public vet, get your farm tested through the lab, get the results, do a picture or pictorial of your mortality, and then you call your insurance. You will definitely be compensated.
So last question, sir. Is there any precaution or any measure to prevent AI?
The only prevention is to institute a biosecurity on the farm. Your biosecurity must be strong, and you must adhere to it seriously. So anything short of that, you are creating problems for us.
I am Dr. Margaret Obulabi.
But you spoke a lot about AI, even UI, and something I don't even know about AI before I knew it today. So, just give us a brief about why it is important for us to curb or try to control or to prevent AI from getting to our farm now, and what are the precautions now?
First of all, very importantly, we have strains that have become zoonotic. That apart, it's catastrophic to our investment and ultimately the investors' health, because it's like I said, the government is stamping them all out, and it's not likely you get timely compensation. All round for your own health and your investment, it's important to pay attention to biosecurity way it far from your farm.
On the final note, you spoke about first aid. I'm hearing that for the first time. Can you just tell me why, and what are the things we need to have on our farm?
Okay, well, basically because it's my style, I don't believe in antibiotics. I, for one, I hate it. And it now happens that we have a general problem in the whole wide world. It's called AMR, antimicrobial resistance, where most antimicrobial, that's antiviral, antibiotics, antifungal, are not working. So how do we curb this thing? Is by using biologicals, helping your body to fight and build your immune system. So that's all what first aid is about. So you have things like biologicals on your farm, you have disinfectants on your farm, amino acid and immunoboosters. So basically, at least that can curb mortality, really high mortality, while you look for an ultimate source of the problem and how to nip it in the bud.
You've been one of the sponsors, let me say even the major sponsor of this event, sir. So probably definitely, let me ask, what is the reason behind sponsoring this kind of event about avian influenza, sir?
All right, so I think you covered this program, and you could obviously see the pain farmers go through. I've been a veterinary doctor for 15 years. I grew up among these farmers. I see their struggle. I see their pain. I see their losses. And I've been opportune to also receive help from international donors. And the only thing in my head now is, how do I be the solution these farmers will require to move to the next level? Some of them have invested their personal funds in what they are doing. And I can see that their concerns are genuine. And these genuine concerns will only require a little push, information here and there, to probably move to the next level. And at Farmerlab, we are almost always happy to give the helping hand that we can give at whatever time we think it is necessary to this farmer, so that we can help them grow.
Okay, so while the deputy president for PAN was talking, he spoke something about this kind of event should not only be done here, for them to get across to farmers in the grassroots now. So what plan do you have ahead for that, sir?
All right, so our help comes when we ascertain how willing people are. Right? The Lagos State government, the Director of Veterinary Services, invited us to be part of this. We do this nationally, right? But when we find people who are ready, because you could want to help and people are not lifting their hands, we don't do that. So when we find people who think our help could be needed in an area where they are having challenges, we easily come. We just ascertain what's happening, understand that we have aligned focus, and then we get it going.
So on a final note, sir, I think what I really got about this seminar is biosecurity. So what's your message to the farmers about biosecurity, sir?
Well, don't just know it, do it. Right? They said prevention is better than cure. Everybody knows that. But you need to find a way to weave in what you know into what you do. And that's where the power comes from. So you know it, but the key question is, are you doing it? And if you're doing it, how often are you doing it? Everybody knows prayer is good, but who prays? Who prays consistently? You see, that's a gap I want us to bridge, and that's my very strong message to all farmers. Don't know it. If you know it and you don't do it, you don't truly know it. So put action in everything you do, then you see the power.
Armstrong is my name. I'm the Deputy Chairman of Poultry Association of Nigeria Lagos chapter.
So, various questions have been asked in this seminar today. So I want to be talking about the insurance aspect now. Because how well have the problem is, say, do farmers do insurance, and how well did they get claimed? Now maybe if anything happened on their farm when it comes to AI influenza and avian influenza.
The issue of insurance and claims, it is not out of place. We have been advising all our farmers to at least get their farms insured. But many a times we discover that to get their claims becomes a bottleneck because of some terms and conditions which are not well spelled out before entering into the agreement between the insurance. One, the terms and conditions in agreement in insurance, they are so tiny and so voluminous that the farmer will not have that time to go all through to know exactly what they needed. So it is only when an outbreak comes up that you now discover the insurance company pointing to a point that we have breached, or as a result of not keeping, as a result of that, many of the farmers are not compensated and many are discouraged.
Thank you very much, sir. Your advice for the farmers now, and let's just round it up. Your advice for the farmer on AI now, how to prevent it, sir?
On AI, the solution to it is biosecurity. We cannot underscore that, and everybody should maintain it. Now, some of the issues that were raised here is about DOC, vaccination, and all of that. And answers have been given. But now, like I have mentioned earlier, we have only educated a segment of the Farmers Association. The wider people outside there, they do not have access. They do not have access to this information. And these things are very vital. So therefore, if you want to empower them, the farmers, to know what their rights are, definitely this message will have to go viral to different zones so that other farmers can benefit from this lecture.
Thank you.
Àfẹnibí ó palápa yíra, ebi ọ̀pàgbà fọwọ́ mẹ́kẹ́ kọ́lọ́ má di ari. No farmer, no food, no nation.